Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Sean Boyle podcast. And this time I'm actually talking correctly into the mic. Sorry for last time. The first minute was a little sketch, but we're all good. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Barbershop, as always, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturday until 2:30, and off on Sundays because you got to praise the Lord. And again, we have another sponsor, Conrads Auto Repair. They do everything from major and minor repairs to inspection, alignment and spin balancing. And the owner, Randy, he actually came to me because I had a flat tire last week when I came back from state college, and he totally didn't try to BS me at all. Didn't swindle me like a lot of other auto companies in Altoona did. Not going to name any names, obviously, but I'm just saying. And he saved me a lot of money. He's a great guy. Go check him out. Conrads Auto Repair, 510 North 3rd Street in Altoona. And yeah, so...
You were telling me about that the other day. I was surprised how cheap your tires were.
Yeah, dude, I was really... The tires were good, and he literally... Ryan dropped me off. He woke up. He was such a good friend. He woke up at 7.
Oh, what a good friend.
Yeah.
He woke up at 7.
Yeah, I got him up at 7.
He woke up at 7, dropped me off at the place. They called me back 30 minutes later, and I was a little scared because they're like, okay, Sean, if we call you back, like, within the next 20 minutes, we're going to probably say, like, you know, you need something majorly done.
Yeah.
Or it's fine. So I'm like, shit, they called me 30 minutes later. I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? Like, obviously you want it to be good. And he was like, yeah, you don't need an alignment. The tires are fine. Come pick it up when you're ready. And
that was fast, dude.
And he only charged me for like 30 minutes of work. It came out to be like $20-something.
Yeah,
It was incredible.
Last time I had to get tires, I had to drop like $700.
Really?
Because I had to get a new battery too, and that same day I had
full set, full 4 tires?
Yeah, I had to get, well, here's the thing, was I got this tattoo. I'll get a picture of it in there later, but I got that tattoo the day before, and that was about $100. And then I went to get the state inspection for emissions and stuff.
Right.
You know how they do that?
Yeah.
So I got that checked. Then Honda said, oh, your front wheel's messed up too. Do you want us to do that? I said, sure, how much? They're like, $200. So I was already tacked on to like the $80 that I was paying. So I paid $280 for that, $100 the day before. Then I paid $600 on tires and another $120 on a battery. So I dropped $1,000 in 24 hours.
Oh my god, dude, that's so much money for us kids right now.
I was like, that's ridiculous.
That's so insane, bro. It's just like, you could be working in college and making good money, but still for us, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot in a day.
Because we're still in, that's a lot in a day, man.
Speaking of money, I just dropped another $180 on an Xbox.
Yeah.
Literally, when I was playing with you guys the other day, I was like, shit, like, this is a lot of fun. I really want an Xbox.
Dude, I was thinking, we'll go up to state next year, I might do fucking Uber.
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
I was thinking about that. You could go up on the weekend.
Do you know how easy it is to make, like, extra couple hundred a week doing that shit? Like,
and dude, the
kids are always needing fucking rides, bro.
The
like,
commission?
They just up their rates, too.
Yeah.
Like, kids are still gonna use this, so, like,
especially on the weekends, football weekends.
Dude, if I could make, like, a cool couple hundred a week just from driving people around and get to know more people,
that's
know
fantastic.
the area better, like, it's an easy no-brainer.
That's 2 things of groceries for me, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you'd be, that could be used as a way to, like, pay your groceries for the week or whatever. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just, like, another extra income that, like, takes away the burden of something else.
Yeah, bro, honestly, that would be so convenient to just do that. And you have the car, too. It's really luxurious.
Yeah, I mean, the Infinity's baller, dude. It's big. It has a nice back seat. And, like, I don't know, the stereo system's nice, so, like, I can play music and stuff.
Did you stay here all weekend?
Yeah. I actually, no, to get this, Friday night, it was 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And this person hit me up, and she's like, yeah, we're having a party at my place. It's going to pretty much go all night. And I'm like, fuck, dude, whatever. Like, I was like, screw it. And I went up, and it was midnight, and I was talking to Chris, my friend at State, and I'm not going to name any names here that are in the frat, but one of the kids got jumped.
Oh, wow.
And he called me, and he was like, dude, like, I can't believe you're up here right now. Like, but stay where you are. I don't want you to, like, be involved in this. I'm like, what? Like, you're my best fucking friend, bro. Like, there's no way I'm not going into battle with you to help, because, there's frat fights all the time. I'm not trying to do that. Mm-hmm. But, if it needs to go down, then I'm going to help my boy. I'm loyal, like a dog. Like, for real, like, it was nuts. But there was no situation, and I just chilled with him. And then I came back yesterday morning.
And he went up yesterday.
Yeah. I just did work all yesterday. just banging out.
I was
papers.
doing. I got like 3 worksheets done yesterday.
Yeah.
I still have a lot left tonight too, though.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta say I have an exam tomorrow, and I have to get this coding homework done.
Dude.
And I have German homework that I have to catch up on. I hate that because that's not even a real call.
Really?
That's those
Who called
like,
you?
Fake of random number.
Really?
It's one of those fake like spam numbers that they have, and they literally hit me up all the time, and they're like, I won't answer the call, then I'll call it back or text them,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, how'd you get this number? I was like, you called me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Companies will literally go out of the way to spoof other numbers, which is technically illegal.
Yeah, it's fucked.
But they
It's
still
disgusting.
do it. Yeah, it's really messed up. Like, it's not even the fact that, like, I'm going to get tricked by them or anything. It's just the fact that it's annoying.
Yeah, it's
because
really
I'll get
annoying.
multiple calls a week.
Yeah.
And I think what happened was Toyota, when I was helping my mom get her car, I put information in of my own personal information, and they were sending me emails and stuff, and I unsubscribed from those, but I was getting random calls and stuff, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I'm
That's
never
so
dealing
nuts.
with Toyota again.
I got a call actually this past Friday. I was getting out of my class, and I always get numbers that are because my number is 6. It starts with 610551. I always get numbers
They
that
try
are
to
the
get
first
the number closest to yours.
to yours. Yeah,
It's so strange.
yeah. And I called her back, and she actually was in like Norristown, which is a town fairly close to where I live, and she goes, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "You called me? Like what? Like don't act fucking fake. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?"
Don't come at me for something that you like.
I was like, "You gotta be." I just hung up. I didn't feel like doing that because it was last class. I was just ready to go party and
That
have
shit's
fun.
so annoying, bro. They just think they can go around calling whoever the fuck they want.
It's the Illuminati.
It's just bullshit.
Dude, my weekend was screwed up.
Yeah, dude, tell me about that. So
Dude,
you're at a party.
I had a bad. I mean, it was like a good weekend, but it was also like a bad weekend because like, so last weekend I went home for a charity event. I'm gonna plug myself real quick. My family, we run this charity organization called Heart Fest,
Mm-hmm.
and so essentially it's for kids with CHD. We raise money for them. If you don't know what CHD is, it's congenital heart defects. My sister has a major one called hypoplastic left heart syndrome.
Okay.
So my mom a few years ago, she noticed there wasn't enough funding for CHD in general. Both my parents said, and they wanted to do something about it, so they started doing this charity event every year.
Yeah.
Either way, I was there, and I was having the crab cakes. I only had crab cakes and cake for dinner because I was always running. I'm always because I'm essentially.
I'm not complaining with that, bro.
I'm essentially like their go-to like right-hand man. Like anything they need done tech-wise or anything else, like manual labor, they come to me for.
Mhm.
So I was running around the whole night helping out with a bunch of stuff, and I ate these I only got to eat crab cakes and cake, and I'm driving my grandparents home. You know, feeling a little uneasy because I'm already sick with a throat thing and stuff.
Yeah, I know you had some.
I was getting real like sweaty and like
Right.
feeling uneasy, and my mouth started to eat like water.
Really?
Like, you know that feeling when you're about to puke?
Yeah, you get
So I
real
was like-
watered up. I
I
hate
was
that
like-
feeling. It
I
makes me
was
so
like,
queasy.
I was like, this is not good. And I was driving my grandparents back, and I pulled in the driveway, parked it, opened the door, puked.
Oh.
So I did that. Then later that night, I puked over, like, not going to the bathroom 20 times, but I
Oh.
puked 20 times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then this week, I don't know if the bug stayed with me or
Right.
not, or if it was the water, because Pittsburgh's having a water situation right now
Really?
where the water's contaminated. It's like Flint, Michigan, but
Oh my
not as
God.
bad. But yeah, like it's Boyle advisory and stuff. So
Wow.
I didn't know if it was that or what, because my mom's not feeling well either now. But yesterday, not yesterday, but I went to Kent over the weekend. Kent State University. Shout out to the girls field hockey team one time. My cousin plays for them. I went up there to celebrate friend's birthday of mine, Helen, and she was turning 21.
Hey.
So we were drinking, obviously, having a good time or whatever, and I somehow ended up with shrimp down my pants, frozen shrimp, like a bag of frozen shrimp.
Yeah.
Because we were about to leave this party, and I was like, should I take these shrimp? Like, just take them, because like I was drunk, like I wasn't thinking right. So
Bro,
I took
that's
these
always
shrimp,
me.
put them in my pants, left, and then we get back and we're cooking these shrimp. We're waiting on pizza, insomnia, cookies, and whatnot.
Damn, you guys are
We're
grubbing.
snacking,
Yeah, you're grubbing.
it was fun. But we get back and I slam these shrimp.
Yeah.
Literally slam all of them. There's like 50 of them. And they're these little johns like that big. And next thing you know, I go to bed, and an hour later, I wake up and I'm yakking on the floor. I don't even. I was like, what is going on?
What is this?
Because I didn't drink that much.
Right.
Like I wasn't like crazy hammered or anything, so I was real confused about that. Turns out I think I have like a shellfish allergy now. Like you can
Wow.
develop it. I
Yeah.
looked online.
You
Like,
can develop it.
over time. Yeah, because I love seafood. I
Yeah.
eat seafood all the time.
So do I.
So I'm sort of pissed now because I don't think I can.
So how
eat
does
it
that?
for a while.
How do you grow into that? Like,
I
what?
really don't know.
Really?
Because it's the same thing with like, I get bee stings, and every time I get a new like sting, it just gets worse.
Really?
Like every time. Like sometimes you just get more allergic to something as like time. I don't know why, but a lot of people
crazy.
don't know why. Scientists don't even know why with certain allergies why they develop. But
That's horrible,
yeah,
dude.
that we.
Well, you gotta check on that. Like, don't like.
I'm just not gonna eat for a while. Like not eat like shrimp and
Yeah,
stuff for a while.
seafood. Yeah.
It's been hard eating anything else though. Like trying to keep it down.
Dude, speaking about like eating, I was watching this shit. This guy was talking about like water fasting, or like only digesting water for like
No juice, just water.
just water, like
Wow.
just
That's what,
straight up distilled purified water, like
Right, just to get the
and for like
antioxidants
a week
out.
on time.
Okay.
And if you do this for so long, your stomach starts like focusing, like your body will stop focusing on like killing the bacteria in your stomach from like all the food and shit, and like so your digestive system isn't working.
Right.
Like it's not doing shit right now, and you're probably urinating more, but you're like not like taking a crap as much.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah,
obviously
because you don't.
so like your
solids,
body
right?
is starting to focus on like less shit, so it has more time to focus on other shit, and it shows like an influx in like stem cells being made in your body. And like do you realize like how fucking groundbreaking like
Stem cell
getting
yeah.
stem cells from
Yeah.
something natural, like just water fasting, without like if you want to get like a decent
That's what
like
the money
stem
from our
cell
thing's
like
going to.
therapy
Stem
or
cell
anything,
research.
like that's gonna be so much money, dude. And like why is no one talking about that? Like you can do it naturally with just
You can't get
water
in the
fasting.
U.S.
They're
What?
trying to grow.
Dan
I know.
Bilzerian. Dan Bilzerian.
I know you
the-
can't get in the U.S.,
the-
but you can generate stem cells
Well,
naturally
the thing
with
is,
water
like,
fasting.
One of the things that we're putting that money towards is
The
like
thing.
stem cell research to
Right.
like grow hearts,
grow hearts.
like specifically for that person. Like I remember they took some of my sister's something or other, my mom's like stem cells. I don't know what the whole thing was, but when she was like, literally born, they took this stuff because they can literally mold a certain heart through your DNA
Really.
and stuff like something
it's-
like I don't know the information. I'm not a scientist.
I don't know,
obviously, but it's crazy.
It's
like,
artificial, right?
Well, it would be 3D printed with real tissue. It's stuff like that.
Isn't
I'm
that so
serious,
crazy?
that's
No,
though.
I
Like,
believe you. I'm
that's
just saying
so
that it's-
futuristic.
yeah,
Like,
it's-
that's what's gonna happen though. Like, I think that's crazy.
Because Dan Bilzerian, the investor,
Mhm.
or not the investor, the gambler, he parties
Mhm.
24/7, won millions of dollars of poker.
Yeah, very jealous of him.
He goes to like Mexico, I think, and gets injections.
Yeah, he's
and
on
he's
all
just
types of
he's
stuff.
on HGH too. But yeah, dude, the stuff the human body can do now, like
Bro,
just
this
developing.
guy that did water fasting,
I don't trust
piece of
anything
his-
fast,
got
honestly.
his piece of his finger cut off, like in an accident, and like so obviously like he lost like the nerves and the feeling there
Yeah.
for that part of his finger.
Right.
After he did the water fasting, the nerves grew back from generating the stem
You serious?
cells. Yeah, like this is legit, like very, like, has conclusive evidence behind it that this is good for the human body to do. Like,
That's
and he
awesome.
said he lost weight, but he didn't lose any muscle. Because the first thing your body will burn when you don't have any digestive going in is
Is
fat.
fat.
It won't burn any muscle.
Right.
So as long as you like have a good amount of fat for like the days you want to do it, let's say like someone like me who's skinny, I could probably only water fast for like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
But I'd still have 3-4 like the stem cells only kick in like 2 days after. So I'd have like 1 or 2 days of like stem cells being generated in my body. And I would lose almost all the fat because it doesn't eat muscle first. Like your body's not going to search for muscle first to get the energy. It's smarter than that. So it goes after all the fat in your body. That's fat you can't even see. Like
That's such a
fat
phenomenon.
inside of you and your organs and stuff. Like it's just getting rid of like all the bad toxins in your body.
That's
The
crazy.
guy said it's almost like you get kind of like a euphoria from it.
Really
Because like you just feel so amazing.
good.
He said like he got like so much more energy when he was getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
And, like, dude, I might try it here over break or something. I might just like do like 3
Fuck
days.
yeah, try
3
it.
days just water fasting.
Yeah. Let me know how it is. I might do that.
Like,
I think we all need to do some. I think fasting is
I
something.
know Joe Rogan does intermittent fasting.
There we go.
What's
like-
that?
This
You
charger's
don't
broken.
eat before.
That's why I was messing around with it because that one wasn't charging. My phone was about to die. I wanted to make sure it
You
didn't.
don't like
shit
eat
out.
food before noon, and you don't eat after 10 p.m.
Okay.
So you have like 10 hours of times you can eat, and then you go 14 hours without eating. The science behind it is that like while you're sleeping, you're burning fat
more
because your body isn't as like fed by that time.
Right.
So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's really like interesting.
Dude, like why do you think like
do.
in all these biblical books and like health and wellness and like all these
like
spiritual
bread, water, and
shit, it's
wine.
like people fast. It's what they do. Like I mean,
people don't
especially
do it
with all
enough.
the shit that's in our food nowadays. Like I mean,
that's why
fucking diet and food is so corrupted and disgusting.
Yeah, that's why if you notice, I actually mentored you a lot because when I came here, I didn't eat bad at all, but I did get some stuff that wasn't like organic. Now I pretty much eat all my meals are organic.
Yeah.
And I feel obviously I haven't fasted, and so that's something I would want to try, but I just feel so much better. So I can't even imagine like having to, water fast, and that would, especially me, because I definitely have more fat than you do.
Yeah.
So that'd feel incredible.
Yeah, and it'll like get rid of the fat inside of your body
that'd be
as well.
crazy.
Like not like just like fat on your arms or like on your legs and shit. Like inside, like growing on your organs and stuff that you can't see, but like it's still there.
Right.
And it's not good to be there. So I mean, I don't know. I might give it a try.
Yeah, that's dope.
I think if I've researched it enough to understand that people have done it and seen good results.
Mm-hmm.
And like as long as you're not stupid about it and you know like what's a good range for you to do.
Yeah, as long as you're not polluting your body with all that crappy stuff. I'll tell you about pollution, dude. There's this look this up. There's this town. It's just Google like Chinatown pollution.
Oh, okay.
It's in I forget where it is.
You mean
It's
like
in,
New York's Chinatown or
no, like in China. It's I forget the
Chinatown in China?
yeah. Just say yeah. No. Like I forget where it is. The whole city has an outbreak of just pollution. Like, in...
Boston's Chinatown, bad air, rising temperatures, a toxic mix. That's the only thing I can find.
I forget where it is. It was on BBC.
If it's actually in China, all of China's
Dude, that's
terrible.
crazy.
You see it?
According to Chinese Minister of Health, industrial pollution has made cancer China's leading cause of death. Every year, ambient air pollution alone killed hundreds of thousands of citizens.
Yeah.
500 million people in China are without safe and clean drinking water.
And
500 million, that is more than the population
in the
United
US.
States.
And you know what's crazy?
That is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And you know what it is? You literally, like, in, when Pittsburgh had their, big steel boom,
Same
and it was
exact
really,
thing that happened,
it was really
dude.
polluted.
Our
And
air pollution was the worst in the U.S.
it looks the same as it did back then. It looks like
It's better, but it's still bad.
Bro,
Yeah.
these
Our air
images
pollution is
are
still
shit.
very bad.
But with this, it's all polluted.
Look
Like,
at
it's,
these
yeah, like, look at
fucking
that.
Oh yeah, China's terrible. It's smog. You have to wear a mask wherever you. That's why whenever you see any video of China, they're always
crazy.
with the masks. They need them. I mean, that's what it is.
I was looking at that last night. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
It's so sad.
Now I know people don't. Like, who would go to China for vacation?
Yeah.
Fuck no. This looks
That's a
terrible.
death trap.
A buddy of
baby.
mine lives in Hong Kong, and he's like.
And how is that?
You
Is
say
that
it's just fucking
I
small.
mean, dude, it makes the area way hotter too, because all that smaller. I mean, global warming crap and all
Those are
that.
just
Yeah.
energized particles in the air.
Yeah.
So like it's just making it so much hotter.
a lot more mass? Yeah.
Shanghai, Hong Kong, Hanoi, just destroyed.
It was so nuts.
We should ask Jerry about that.
Yeah. We should, dude. We should have one. You know what I was
Kid
doing
never
though?
leaves his room. I thought.
What?
Thought he never leaves his room really.
Yeah,
He
he
doesn't
does,
really
He has
do
like
much.
different social norms than we do.
Well,
Got you.
he had someone over last night, like a friend, and I think they were just playing League of Legends.
Yeah, it's a good game.
He
He
does
loves
like,
it, bro.
like all the
Such
time.
a good game.
20 hours a day, I'd say. It's nuts.
It's a classic.
I tried to get him to play Call of Duty, but I mean, he just doesn't like those type of games.
Yeah, he doesn't
So
like
it's
first
Yeah,
person.
some
to
people
each
don't
their
like.
own, bro.
Yeah, I mean, some people like MMOs. Some people
Yeah.
like first-person shooters. It really just depends on your preference.
Yeah.
You know what I was doing Saturday night though? I saw the UFC Fight Night and
Dude, McGregor went off. That was hilarious.
did you see that?
That was so
crazy.
funny.
Mark, okay, so for the
That
people
had me
watching,
cracking up, bro.
we'll pull this up. So Mark Otter, UFC referee. It's was a Bellator fight. His boy wins in dramatic fashion. Gets
In
a knockout.
Dublin.
In Dublin, McGregor hops over the fence and tackles this guy. He's like, yo, let's go, let's
Yeah,
fucking
so
go.
excited, yeah.
And you can't do that. That's illegal. So Mark Goddard comes in. And he's like, Connor, you have to separate. I'm gonna disqualify your mate.
Yeah.
And McGregor's like, fuck you, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
And he
He's
came
roasting
after him, dude. He came
and then
after him.
he was touching him. And then they needed people to separate Goddard and McGregor. He is a savage, dude.
You don't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck. No, but like I know he wants to help him out, but that's the second time because the first altercation they had.
Well, he was walking around the ring.
He was walking around the ring telling his boy.
That's crazy.
His Irish mate. I forget what it was. I forget what his name is, but he was telling him like he was on the ground and he was telling him like what to do and stuff. And you can't do that. He's not part of the quartermen. But oh my god, it was crazy.
Dude, he's a fucking big baller, man.
Yeah.
He's just doing what he wants.
And then the fight night I watched last night was absolutely crazy. Like there was a fight. I forget who it was. It was Matt Brown and Diego Sanchez. If you could go on YouTube right now, the fucking dude. There's this. He literally takes his fucking elbow and bang, just like just a straight clean shot right over, and he just knocks him out. Like you could see, like he just like winds up and bang, just clean shot.
UFC's brutal.
That's why I love it, because like wouldn't it be so fun to just watch like LeBron and like Giannis and Antetokounmpo like trying to fight each other because they're both long as shit and
It'd be
they
interesting. I think Gladiators
LeBron
would
would
sick
kill
as
him.
fuck.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I say this all the
maybe
time.
not like the whole like they just like force people to do it because they're slaves, but like a lot of people are just like, oh, if like you are crazy enough to like put your life on the line for to make a lot of money, like you are going into a ring to kill the other person. Like, you get people that sign waivers that are cool with it.
You know what I would do?
I think it'd be a fucking
just have the
very
worst people in the
insane
world.
thing.
Everyone who's in jail that's on death row, rapists, murderers.
Yeah.
Throw them in a ring. Let them die. Fight till the death.
Yeah.
Well, you just,
Let
like,
whoever
the,
wins
let
win.
The winner just like
Yeah.
what do you give him?
Yeah, he wins. He gets out of jail.
He gets life.
But like you can't let a fucking murderer like that out
He
of
gets-
prison.
he gets-
A murderer versus a child molester.
He's like
Who's gonna win?
murdered- He's like
gets-
murdered like,
No.
like all of the competition.
Permanent
It's
house
like,
arrest.
You're such
Yeah.
a good killer. We should let you out.
It's got to be something.
But like I mean no, I guarantee you.
I'm not
I
condoning
guarantee
the
you
killing
if
of innocent.
If
Well,
we
they're not
came
innocent.
out with
so.
like gladiators, like people, there would be people that would sign up to do it,
Absolutely.
and would sign waivers to say like I'm fully okay with losing my life.
Yeah.
Like I understand the consequences of doing this.
This is battle.
100%. And like there's people that would fucking do it. I guarantee it, and it would be a spectacle on fucking television.
That's why I say it's UFC's the closest.
I don't know if I would watch that because it's just
It's so
brutal.
gruesome.
But
It's very
like, I might
dystopian.
tune in like one time to just be like, "Oh my god!" Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
just so interesting.
aside from the
You could
killing,
not
dude, it's
watch
the, UFC is the purest sport we have right now. Because like you said, it goes back to gladiator times where that's like killing like
Pretty sure it was either slaves or criminals
one
that would
versus
have to
one,
fight.
winner
Slave-
die,
or
winner,
like-
Slaves and
winner gets
criminals.
life,
and
loser
like
dies.
war prisoners.
Yeah.
Prisoners of war.
There's
like,
prisoners of war, slaves,
POWs,
and then
definitely,
I'm pretty sure
It's basically like whoever got like
murderers
thrown
and
into the
stuff.
ring like at the time who was in trouble. But people like to say it's too like UFC's too gruesome, and it's like you go back to
But people
gladiator days,
nowadays
you
don't
kidding
know
me?
the half of gruesome.
Yeah, like it's a great sport though. I can't wait till I take those classes.
Dude, I
with
was
you.
talking to I was in my one class and we were like talking about like animals, like people have like animals in zoos and like zoo attacks and shit. And this girl was like, "I'm not really afraid of bears. Like bears are cute and cuddly." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm like, listen, like, listen. I'm more afraid of a bear than I am a tiger. You wanna know why? Because a fucking tiger, when a tiger attacks you, a tiger
Tigers are
understands
faster,
to
too.
go for a kill shot.
Yeah,
When a tiger attacks a zebra or anything,
jugular, anything.
it goes for the jugular for the kill shot,
Yeah.
so the animal dies.
Bears
and
are
it
eating like
eats it.
fish, bro.
Bears will eat you alive. They don't know that they are supposed to kill you first.
Yeah,
So like they will
Yeah.
eat you alive. I like fucking that's terrifying. And like a grizzly bear is like a massive fucking animal. And like if you come across a grizzly bear with her like a mom grizzly bear with
I'd rather
cubs,
come again.
it's over, dude. Like if you don't have a weapon or like a gun or
I'd rather deal with
you
a
need
bear.
a gun.
Though.
Like they're
You
not
need a
fucking
gun.
defending yourself with anything other than a gun.
I'd
There's
rather
no-
deal with a
and
bear.
there's
The bears
even-
aren't as fast.
And it's even a certain caliber. Like you can't be shooting a bear
There's
with a
no-
22. You're not gonna do shit.
object, nor a firearm, obviously if you have like a fucking assault rifle, but dude, if you have a little pistol,
You're fucked.
that's still not gonna do shit.
You need like a 44 Magnum, like.
Or shotgun or something. It was crazy. There's this guy, Adam Greentree. He goes into the wild and he, spends months at a time on his own will, just like surviving in camps. And he's right in the middle of like winter time and it's snowing.
Like Bear Grylls.
Yeah, I remember one time I was watching his Instagram story. He set up camp right next to this grizzly bear hut. It was a mom and her cub. The cub was circling around Adam's camp, and the mama found out what happened. And like that's the fucking cub. Like, you can't.
You don't fuck with the cub.
Don't fuck with the cub. Like,
Yeah.
I will literally kill for my son.
Mm-hmm.
The grizzly bear, the mama bear, literally was, he said, 150 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Adam just had his little shrimp pistol, and that's it. And if the mama bear would have charged, that would have been the end of him. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, she looked straight at him, 100 yards, which is nothing.
Yeah.
Because they can cover that distance in, less than 10 seconds. And
Yeah, if they're fucking going.
yeah, and she turned away. Thank God, dude. You imagine how scared he must have been?
Have you seen that guy?
Yeah, it's a fucking grizzly bear.
Oh
They'll
my,
fuck
that's
you
crazy.
up. And yeah, people might be like, oh, they're slow, but
They're
bear
not
still
slow.
runs fucking faster
Dude, they're not
than
slow.
a
They're
human.
faster, bro. They're faster than
Like,
deer.
Yeah, like a bear. I wouldn't say faster than deer, but
No, but certain types.
it runs faster than a fucking human, and that's all you need to be worried about. Is
Yeah.
that a bear runs
Yeah.
faster than you can.
Well, have you seen that guy who, I forget his name, he's like some wilderness guy. Either way, he gets stung by every
Yeah. He's
type. He's on YouTube.
Brave
I forget
Wilderness
his-
or
Yes.
what?
Yeah, Brave
Oh,
Wilderness.
That
Dude,
guy's so cool.
we were watching a
With
thing.
the sea urchin.
Yeah, sea urchin. It was so cool, dude.
That would hurt so bad.
Some of the videos are just his colors.
so
and,
bad for him.
oh,
The dude is crazy.
Well, the thing is, he really loves
They're
nature,
sick.
though. It's not even just getting stung by random
He just
shit.
loves
He
learning.
really puts in the effort. He's the
Yeah.
new Steve Irwin. Shout out Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
That is
real
an
one.
OG.
That's my guy. Yeah, I nearly won his. I just saw a costume from Halloween. Someone. It was a couple's costume. The guy won as Steve Irwin, and the girl won as a alligator.
Really,
I was like, damn, that would have been such a good idea.
dude.
Dude, I
Grow
saw-
your
Shout
hair
out
out
to
real
Steve
long.
Irwin.
I think it was
What a
this
real
year or
one.
last
He
year.
really was. He died
He's
too
the
soon.
goat.
He got a star on the Hollywood Boulevard or whatever. And that was
All time.
He
I
should.
saw that and I was like, damn, that's sick because he was
His
such
daughter's into the same stuff.
He was
too.
such an OG back in the day, and I remember when I was younger. and-
Stingray killed him, dude.
Yeah,
Could you imagine
I
your
was
dad
super-
dying when you're
I was
3 years
super-
old?
No.
sad about that.
I
Dude, he's
couldn't
he's
imagine
a
that.
great guy.
He was,
Well, he
bro.
was a great guy.
He
He really cared
He
about.
just really
people
loved
and-
he just really loved what he did. I mean,
That
you
quote he
gotta
had
respect that.
about animals and people was so funny. A reporter was asking him, and she was like, "So why do you go in with all these alligators and these dangerous creatures and how are you not afraid of them?"
You just gotta respect
And
them.
he goes, "Well,
I mean, they will also tear
humans
your
and
ass out,
animals
but-
are different. Like an animal wants to eat and kill you, and humans will pretend to be your friend first. So why would I be afraid of an animal?" And I was just
That's
like,
funny. dude.
savage.
I was like, dude, you're fucking savage.
That's true.
That's hilarious. Yeah, dude.
And it's true. An animal knows one thing. If this thing I
They
don't
worry
really
about
know
his
comes
food,
into
bro.
my area, and either I'm defending myself or I'm like, ooh, that looks that looks like it'd be tasty, and I
Mhm.
want to eat it. It's they have two things they're doing.
It's
Either
really
they
just-
want to eat you or they're defending.
Yeah, it's really just survival for them.
Yeah.
It's not like us out here. We're just killing the animals, raising them ourselves.
Yeah.
We're not hunting these chickens, as David Bird would say. Shout out, little Dickie.
Yeah, dude.
That's my guy.
We just need to go to the grocery store and pick that up.
Yeah.
We're not fighting for that.
I mean,
anymore.
that's how it is, though. I mean, a lot of people go vegetarian because they don't like the way the animals are treated, but I mean, it's not going to stop.
No.
It's mass. I mean, when you have
think
this many,
it's
when you have this
point
many
of
people in,
humanity.
if you have this many people in the world, you have to get food somehow, and yeah, it's gonna suck seeing all the
The
animals
quality's
die.
gonna go down.
It's not even that. It's people are just upset that we raise them and keep them in boxes practically, and that's all their lives are. And yeah, I'm for putting them in fields and letting them live, but the problem is the public isn't gonna want to pay more money for better quality beef
Yeah.
or steak or anything.
People are gonna complain regardless. dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's
And
always
people
gonna be something
complain,
to
but they don't
about.
realize it's always our fault.
Yeah.
We don't want to pay too much for meat, but we don't want to deal with the methods used to make it cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Or we want to have animals treated nicely and very humane and professional like slaughterhouses, I guess you could say, but we don't want to deal with the extra costs behind that. So like either you can
Depends when. If it's a special occasion, I will go down to a
like,
proper butcher and get a nice steak.
You can buy like what do they call it, like humanely farmed beef and stuff like at the supermarket. Like it's a little more expensive, but I mean it has the insurance that the animals were like raised in pasture. Does it though? And like, well, I mean,
think about. I mean, they're that's the thing is, well, they did this. I think it was.
You just like have to assume that they can't put that on there and lie about it, but who knows?
I think it was.
You don't see that on like the cheap burgers. You know, like you don't see that on.
I don't really trust anything these days, honestly.
The FDA, it's shady, to say the least.
Everything's shady.
Listen, I took a class during the summer, anthropology, intro to anthropology at Montgomery County Community College, and it was a great class. But one of the things we were looking at is these farmers that got paid crap money to get chickens to breed faster and produce more. The type of huts that they had to be they stored in is so horrible, and they would. I remember stories where like just infant chickens. What are they? What's like a chicken? Like a small one? Like a
chick.
A chick? Yeah, whatever.
Like the baby?
Yeah. You would have chicks, dude. They would just die because they would get trampled on. It was so overpopulated, and they would say, "Yeah, this chicken has
chicken, they're pumped full of probiotics now. They're like that big. And normal chickens are like that big.
Yeah, and they're like 3 times bigger. And now you see.
Yeah, there have been so many, like, I've seen so many news stories about that and whatnot. It's ridiculous.
And the FDA says, yeah, but they're raised naturally, 100%. There's no antibiotics pumped in it.
That's the one thing I like about, like
for really, like, come on.
The Muslim religion is how, what is it? Anytime they kill a cow or, like, a goat or something, it has to be facing to, like, they do it very, like, humanely, like, very spiritually and very, like, proper. They don't just kill the animals. Like, they have a very specific way of doing it because of their religion.
Which
I
way
sort
does
of
that
respect it. Towards Mecca.
Okay.
Obviously, I think. Well, it could be an actual
depending
direction.
On the day, yeah.
Honestly, it could, depending on... Mecca doesn't move. I just don't know what it's either like to the east or to the west or something, or it's towards Mecca. It's like something specific. I can look it up. Honestly.
Wait, Mecca like
you know what Mecca is? The big pillar.
The big.
I was gonna say like a temple.
Yeah, it's in I can't even think of where.
Depending where you are in the world, yeah.
Yeah, it really
does. That's where they like face when they pray.
Yeah.
What 5 times or however many.
Yeah, in Saudi Arabia, that's where Mecca
Arabia,
is.
Yeah, dude, I have quite a few Muslim friends back home, and they the ones that are really strict to their religion, like in their diet, they're really healthier people because they stick to their food where they're accustomed to.
Dude, I'm pretty sure in like India they like shit in the streets.
Really?
They have to. They don't have public. They don't have proper public.
Are you serious?
It's India's such a rundown country because
pull down their pants and shit in the street.
They if you've ever watched Slumdog Millionaire or anything, it really. The struggle in India is insane.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
It's
Dude,
insane.
India is fucking corrupt, evil, like, just retarded.
Really?
It was good.
What's up, boy?
India is just completely fucked.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
debate
people
over
just are like pulling their pants down and shitting in the middle of the
It's called halal.
Halal?
Halal. I might be botching that pronunciation, but the Arabic word halal means permissible. The rules of slaughter are based on the Islamic law. Animal has to be alive and healthy. Muslim has to perform the slaughter in the appropriate ritual manner. The animal's throat must be cut by a sharp knife, severing the carotid artery, jugular vein, and windpipe in a single swipe. Blood must be drained out of the carcass. That's crazy.
That's so precise.
God. I mean, they really do have such a method, yeah, because they don't want the animal to suffer.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, I know with
I don't know, dude,
some animals, they'll just hit it on the back of the neck and cut through. And I mean, the animal's alive while that's happening. So you have to have certain methods.
I know in cow farms or whatever, they have that little like air gun or shit that they just put up their head and boom, it's like dead end like that. It doesn't feel shit. Like
I feel like
quicker than a throat.
That was on, not Stranger Things. It. Yeah. Did you guys see It?
Yeah.
The new one.
Remember the kid,
I didn't know. Figured out.
Essentially, he had a CO.
I
saw that though. They had a little CO2 cartridge or whatever it was in there, and he had to shoot in the back. And
it shoots like a little barb out.
Yeah, the kid couldn't do it.
It shoots like a little barb out into the cow, and it's just dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's, like, easily, like, the most painless.
I feel like even if you would slice a jugular, bro, it would still take, like, a minute. Even
yeah, like, slicing a jugular is, like,
you'd still,
not the cleanest way, actually. Like, it for, like, primitive societies.
So you think, like, some kid who's, like, 11...
Dead, like,
Mohammed, come here
and
do your ancestors good and slice this cow.
Yeah.
If you do it in more than one swipe, you're exiled from this town.
I don't know, dude. The way they treat women and shit is fucked. What they have fucking mercy killings and shit still. Like,
and they don't value women.
I don't fuck with that. I just don't.
No.
I'm all for, like, you wanting to be whatever religion you want to be, but, like, when you're just basically completely violating human rights, like,
and I hate that.
There's a fucking fine. There's a line where you gotta say, like, all right.
Well, a lot of places they don't have proper human rights.
But, like, you can't just be violating human rights.
That's the nice thing about the U.S. is we have human rights. A lot of countries don't have.
And that's what I mean. It's like,
rights.
I don't understand.
Or women don't, you know.
People defend all this shit,
and they take it. They don't. It
was like that in Russia in the '90s. Women.
They just sit down and take it. It's so horrible because, like, they they don't have any power with that. They're gonna do what they're told, which is so horrible. Like, they can't
kill them.
think for themselves. Yeah.
They don't care. They're a bunch of savages, basically.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question about Triangle. Do you know? I'm sure you know. Do they straight razor? Like,
yeah.
All that?
Oh
Okay.
yeah. What they do is, bro, which I really like.
Like the old-fashioned way.
Well, yeah. What they do is, they take.
I've always wanted to get a nice straight razor shave. Like,
Dude,
I feel like that's the nicest thing.
It feels so clean because.
Not that I have much there, but
They do.
Yeah.
Here's what they do. They whatever haircut you get, they finish that and then they take shaving cream and they put it all across the back of your head and they shave
your neck,
your neck and everything. But dude, I asked them one time. I was like, I was a little scruffy, a little Andrew Luck neck beard going on, and I was like, hey, I need to get this shaved. I was like, yeah, you mind doing this? You're like an extra couple $. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Dude, it felt so good. Just like with the proper way they tilt me back. I felt like I was gonna fall asleep.
Right.
It was so comforting.
Just pray doesn't, like, feel like I'm gonna fucking slice this guy's throat.
Yeah, it's not like who's the barber?
really trust
Monty Python? No, not Monty Python. Is it?
Monty Python is a
No.
comedy skit group from Britain.
Yeah, it's that.
They are very funny.
Yeah.
The Holy Grail is a very funny movie.
Dude, my stepdad loves that.
Such a good
Dude,
movie.
my dad loves that shit too. That's
what's
like his generation.
A witch!
Yeah.
She's a witch! Well, how do you know she's a witch? Because she looks like it. She has like a fake nose on and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so cheesy, but I
funny.
love it.
It's funny at the end, like, of the Holy Grail when, like, the police pull up.
Yeah.
It's like, it just completely mind fucked. You're like,
Like,
what?
what?
It's just like real cop cars. And, like, you think this whole goddamn movie is like it's shot.
I just love the guy.
It's supposed to be pertaining like ancient Europe, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Medieval
medieval police. Like, what the fuck?
Like, do you remember the scene where he's like, you can't pass this bridge unless like you fight me or whatever?
And he, like,
and he cuts off his arm. He's like, now let me pass.
No legs by the end.
Yeah,
of it.
he's like, let me pass now. He's like, no, and he's like fighting with like, his other arm and his like legs.
It's only a flesh
Then
wound.
he's
like
like
missing an arm.
He's like,
so it's only
like,
a flesh wound.
He was like, 'tis but a scratch, and he's like, your arm's cut off. He's like, it's just a flesh wound. And he keeps like fighting him and stuff.
Dude, they keep fighting until it's like at the point where he's just
It's
like
so
a
funny.
body with no appendages.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's
I
still
love the
like,
guy that falls
I'll
in-
like bite your neck apart. Like, I'll just like,
And then
rip your.
No.
the main character is supposed to be a king, and he has his little squire with him, and he doesn't have a horse, so he takes coconuts and just does this like
Yeah, make
behind
yeah,
him. I love that. Yeah.
The hooves, yeah. It's so funny. I haven't seen that in 3 years. I gotta see.
How about the
You can watch it on YouTube.
The scene with the bunnies. There's this horrible beast that lives down. It's like a rabbit. They're like, oh, it's just a rabbit. And the guy goes up and like jumps up and like rips his jugular out and like drags him down into a hole. And they're like, holy shit.
This got dark. Dude, what's that barber's name though? I can't think of it. The guy with long hair. Johnny Depp played him. The boy.
Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, no. The one barber that would like he was a murderer. You remember?
Oh no.
Let me look that up.
He's starring in a new movie. That one that's on the train.
Yeah, that
looks sick.
That's like a board game, right, or something?
I mean, it's
But
like
isn't
Clue,
Liam
but on
Neeson
a
doing
train.
movie on a train too.
Dude, there's so many characters. In
Yeah,
it. I
dude,
think
there's
he's
so
part
many
of
great
it.
actors. It's gonna be a great movie.
actors. Would you see Lion King?
No.
The cast for you didn't see. Oh my gosh, let me look it up.
It's pretty.
Because they're doing the like live version, you know, because Disney's trying to make all their money back again. Because
Sweeney Todd.
a lot of the new movies like Frozen,
yeah.
they're good, but they're not like the classics. Like
Yeah.
Lion King will never be beat. That's
No.
one of the best animated films of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah, literally grossing wise too. I think they've made so much money off that with reiteration and
Finding
stuff.
Nemo.
The only
Toy
modern
Story.
movie that I can compare to like the animation was Avatar. Once I saw
Yeah.
the movie, I was like,
They're doing they're doing a
You
live
gotta be kidding me,
film
this is so
again, like they did for Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella. And the
Okay.
cast is absolutely insane. Listen to this. Okay, so we have Donald Glover, so Childish Gambino,
Yeah.
Beyonce, James Earl Jones, the original
Really?
Mufasa, some other people I don't know, Seth Rogen, John
Seth
Oliver, Eric Andre, I mean Keegan Michael Key. Like
Damn,
it's
alright.
yeah, it's gonna
It's
be
all-star
a
cast.
hell of a movie.
and when's it coming out?
2019.
I can wait
Another
for that.
2 years. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with movies like that and the new Incredibles that's coming out in 2019 or 2020 or something like that. It's gonna be kids like us that are gonna be in the theaters.
Yeah.
It really
It
is.
took so goddamn long to do these.
Well, that's the
movies.
thing. They did that same thing with Toy Story.
Yeah.
90s kids watched that as kids,
Yeah.
and then
they
once
were-
the third one came out, it was all like college, high school students coming back and seeing it because
That was a childhood.
I love all three movies. Don't get me wrong, but I still think
You can't beat
I think the third was the best.
The
Period.
third.
The third Toy Story movie was
I
so
thought the
good.
second one was sick as fuck.
It had a good story. I just like the fact that they left the room. Because in the first one, they left the room, but it was like... Wait, did they leave the room? I don't even remember the plot for the first... Yeah, because they were on the... No, the plane
Dude,
one was the second
I
one.
tell you what, an underrated
Was it?
movie.
I don't even remember what happened in the
The
first
plane
one.
was the first, right?
The first one when he gets replaced by Buzz Lightyear.
Bro, A Bug's Life.
That was
Yo,
classic.
dude. Oh my
That
god.
movie-
You know, that's a whole thing about, like, socialism.
So fucking dope. Yeah, well,
It's a
all
whole
these
movie
movies
about
are
socialism and
Like,
stuff.
like
They really go
metaphors
deep.
for
Well,
They go
shit.
deep.
And Pixar has a lot of, like, hidden connections and Easter eggs within their films,
Oh my
too.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Everything's like a metaphor for some
Yeah.
underlying tone.
The way that they portray all of their meetings, their hidden meetings,
Yeah.
is
And they say the whole
crazy.
They say the whole Pixar universe itself is like interconnected. Like it's all within the same universe because they have that one guy who voices like a character in every single movie. He was the truck in Cars, he was the pig in like Toy Story, I think it was him. Yeah. And he plays all these different characters. I don't even know his name, but like shout out to
Mhm.
Pixar.
This
They
is a
really
little
just-
later in our childhood, but you guys remember Chicken Little? Or
Yeah.
you remember
Chicken Little 2 came out, right? Or did that not
Hold
ever
up.
come out?
Chicken Little was good. I like that movie.
I've seen that movie. I've seen every.
I used to play like.
Well,
a
when I have
Chicken
three little
video
sisters, they're rewatching the old movies that I used to watch,
Mhm.
and I'll watch them with them because I mean they're great. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Pixar movies like Frozen and whatnot are good too, but it's not the same.
you guys remember Chicken Run?
Chicken Run was wild. I remember watching that.
That's
stuff.
awesome. You guys
I remember
know
watching that when I was 5 years old
That
in
movie.
kindergarten because they had a movie night at my elementary school, and that was the movie.
I was fucking.
And like no
three.
one else remembers that. Not many people remember that movie. But that was crazy. That was all claymation.
Yeah.
I think that was done by I don't want to
The
say
amount of
Tim
time
Burton.
that took for that must have been insane, but it turned out like it. I just
All
looked it up.
those movies are insane.
They have a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes, which regardless of the rating, it's a great movie. It could have a 30, and I'd still love it.
Yeah, Nick Park and Peter Lord were the people that made that movie.
It's a good movie, man.
I like that
What were other
movie.
classic movies? Dude, I wish I had Q on right now because he would want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Dude,
What type of movies do you like from classic movies?
just like childhood, like childhood.
Yeah, I'm still a
90s.
child. I miss childhood.
So do I.
I mean, adults don't know what they're doing. They act like they know what they're doing. No one knows what they're doing.
I don't know.
You might act like you know what you're doing, but you don't know what could happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like
Childhood 90s.
oh,
You could just get hit by an asteroid tomorrow.
Yeah.
really, I mean, anything could happen. That's
Oh.
that's the thing. That's why every day, like, I'm never trying to be in a bad mood unless I feel shitty or something. Like,
Mhm.
I'm always just trying to be happy and positive, and like, I know it's like a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't just be happy all the time. Like, you should feel like I feel emotion,
Yeah.
obviously,
You're
but I
optimistic.
don't try to focus on like,
The bad.
yeah, the bad. You can't. I mean, what's that gonna do for you in life? It really won't do anything. It's just gonna drag you down and get you depressed.
Yeah.
It's not worth the time.
The way I look at it is like some shitty happens. It's like it could always be worse.
Yeah.
You know?
There's
Mhm.
there's
I'm
always
just thankful
Could
to be where I'm at
always be
now.
worse. worse.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Dude, that's
Like, I can walk and see and shit. Like, I'm not blind. I'm not paralyzed.
That's why I always
like,
preach.
That's
like,
enough reason to get up in the morning.
you know, because I used to be real depressed when I was a kid because of like just acne, like like that used to be my big thing, and dude, it was so.
You think it's never gonna end?
Who gives a fuck about acne? I still get acne and I'm 19.
You know, you want to hear something crazy real quick? I don't mean to cut you off.
No, okay, good.
But there's this kid from Florida. So I have these buddies in Florida, live in Daytona Beach, and I've been friends with the one kid literally all my life. I've known him all my life. Ever since I went down there for the first time after I was adopted. I went like a few months after that in the summer, and this kid was literally born 2 weeks before me. So we were friends when we were small, and we grew up together because I came back every year. Regardless, he has a buddy who he became friends with during his teenage years because he was a surfer, and they were both surfers, and they met up or whatever. And I became friends with him as well. So it's the group of the three of us, and we have a few more friends, obviously. But there's my one buddy's friend, the one that my other buddy made friends with. His name's Austin, and he's friends with this kid who has 1.4 million Instagram followers, and his acne is the worst I've ever seen. And he's gotten shit all his career because he does these crazy pranks. His name's Supreme Patty. He's on Instagram. I'll show you one of the pranks, like the stuff that's like a little ridiculous, like you go into a store and like you dump something on your head or something like that. Like he does crazy stuff like that. But he still has terrible acne, like awful, like the worst you might have ever seen. But it doesn't get him down. He says screw this, like I'm not gonna let it like get me down. He's still making his money. He's still having a great life. Like he makes so much money through Instagram and like other sponsors. Like he did a video with Tommy Chong. This kid's from Florida. Literally has been friends with my buddy for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, Supreme Patty.
Yeah.
The kid's insane. I was on FaceTime with him last night. Dead ass. Like, I was talking to him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was at the party, and, like, my buddy Austin FaceTimed me, and I answered it, and he's with Supreme Patty. I was like, yo, what's up, Patty? He's like, hey, what's up, John?
Dude,
like,
so
we were
crazy.
talking and stuff.
That's awesome
yeah.
to know him.
I mean, like, it's not even, like, a fame thing for me. It's just, like, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He really is. He's fun. I mean,
And
same with
regardless,
Austin,
and that's
my
the
other
whole
buddies,
thing.
you
That's
know?
what I preach to everybody.
Like, I don't care how popular you are, but if, like, you get along with me, like,
yeah, you could be whatever creed, race, fucking nationality. I don't give a fuck. Treat me how I want to be treated, and I'll do the same to you.
that's how Logic's new album was. He had the same message throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. But, dude, back to what I was saying. And that's crazy, too, because I actually...
to get along.
No, it's not really at all.
No.
I actually... That's funny, because I'd seen that guy.
Motherfuckers gotta stop killing other motherfuckers, and that's what's the problem.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's what I say. Like, we need more love in this. But, dude, I was so conceited. I was so... Not conceited. I was so, like... depressed and so anxious. And this is gonna be crazy. And this is like, I don't think I ever told you guys this, but all of my 8th grade, when I was in 8th grade, I thought it was so bad. I used to wear fucking cover up the whole year.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, the whole year.
Like
I'd fucking
I used to do that too.
Yeah, I used to literally.
That's so funny.
Bro. I had this shit for acne. And
I got lucky. I never got.
I could literally, dude. I finally had something that worked.
Hair,
I forget what it is, but it was like
my buddy had to go to a dermatologist. This was so bad.
That's what I did.
I
had to take pills.
Yeah,
too.
he had a hard time.
I had to get blood taken too. I forget what it was, but it was dude. This is the best shit on the earth. Like it just dries your skin and it works like crazy. And once you take the dosage that you're supposed to, when you're littler,
younger.
Yeah, you're younger. Then you don't. It follows you. Like you don't get it as bad as a adult. But yeah, dude, I used to take this shit that would work, and I'd make my face kind of sticky, like kind of like putting lotion on, and then I'd just like fucking get the fucking brush and and cover up the spots. And dude, for the weirdest time, like I was just like I thought that was normal because I was like I can't fucking let people see me like this because it's like it's so crazy how your mind can just paint pictures of like what people think. And I talk to girls all the time, be like yeah, like Sean really doesn't like talk that much to like and try to like associate himself with like other girls, and it wasn't even a thing of like obviously like I'm not a bad looking guy, none of us are bad looking people on this world, but it was just like, dude, the fucking
there
acne,
are some ugly people in this world. I'm not gonna lie. Like I will be shallow as hell. There are some ugly people in this world, guys and girls. I'm not gonna even lie. Like I've seen. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like some people. I mean, that's just how it is.
Right out there.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I'm
not gonna judge you for not being attractive, but like
I know you.
Like I don't think I'm that attractive either. But like that doesn't mean like you can't be a good
Yeah.
person. It's just like there are some
For
ugly
me, it
people.
was a huge confidence thing.
Yeah.
And once I got
Still
past that
lack
barrier,
confidence.
once I got and dude, that's what I'm saying, because it's all about how you portray yourself. It's all about how you can
Your mind
just
sees
say,
you, yeah.
like I get anxiety,
Yeah,
all
same.
hours of the day, but and especially going to class too. Like I don't want to fucking sit near these fucking people I don't know, and
I hate people.
they're just like it's like I don't want to
Yeah,
do it.
I hate people. I love people. Like everyone do them, but like I hate dealing with people in general.
And dude, you know what I think? There's this guy, Joey Diaz, is friends with Joe Rogan. He's also a comic. One of the funniest guys ever. He does a podcast. He smokes weed, gets up at 6 a.m. He's like, and he's from Jersey too, and he smokes and he's done like all this kind of crazy drugs and shit. He has this real like heavy Jersey accent. He's like, you fucking motherfuckers, cocksuckers. Yeah. You would have fucking get your dick out and swing it in the fucking face of public society. Like whatever the fuck you want to do, you could do it. It's just so inspirational. It's like, you really just gotta have no fucks given. Yeah. And that's what I did. Like
some fucks given.
Coming in, yeah. But I'm just saying,
not
like,
all,
just like what people think about you and the image you try to portray in yourself is always positive.
Yeah,
and that helped me a lot.
So
and also, just with everyday life stuff, it's it's really.
I got one more question before we wrap up here because we're almost at an hour. But what do you think about the current college football situation? In general, not just PSU. Not just PSU.
I think the U should fucking be in the. Because listen, I love the
Miami.
U. I love the U and everything it represents.
I don't.
Why not?
Get the fuck out of here.
Because my ex goes there.
Miami's not even legit, bro. They play no.
Nah, they're not. They were talking smack.
Dude,
they were talking smack on Wisconsin last week. They were talking smack on
Who
Wisconsin.
did they just beat? They beat
Notre Dame.
If they come
Dude,
up,
Notre Dame's a great team.
if they come up with
Yeah,
the big
but
boys,
Wisconsin just beat Iowa.
if
They
come up, if they
killed
come up and
Iowa.
play with the big boys, they're gonna get ran.
They
through.
destroyed
That's
Wisconsin. Destroyed Iowa, and Miami was talking shit last week on Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin because I used to live there, so I will rep them till I die too, as well as PSU. Unless they're at the Big Ten game, then go PSU.
And I was just gonna say, there's a chance we could still be there.
Not Big Ten, because
Big Ten championship.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Big Ten championship. I say
Ohio State
we have a
against
chance.
Michigan, right?
We definitely have a Michigan State. Yeah. I say we have a chance at playoffs because Alabama nearly lost. That's gonna affect playoffs. Georgia did lose. That's definitely gonna affect playoffs. There are a lot of 8 or 7 and 2. Are we? What week are we anyhow? 11. So
11.
8 and 2.
8 and 2.
There are a lot of 8 and 2 teams. A lot.
Shit's busted wide open.
And
And
nobody
AP
really
polls
knows.
really don't matter.
Yeah.
We've seen that multiple times before. AP polls don't matter. So I'd like to see good, solid teams. I don't want to see Clemson back in. Doesn't mean it has to be PSU again, but I don't want to see the same teams.
I want to see Miami
at
just
it.
because you look. I
If
don't
they
even-
win out, yeah, obviously.
I think they will. But here's the thing. I think that.
I just don't think they're legit, bro.
What aren't they? SCC?
I just don't think. they're
ACC. It's ACC.
ACC?
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
they're
pretty sure.
for real. And I feel like once they get up against a real team,
I was listening to what The Rock was saying. Like he had a thing on Instagram. He was saying like it was just really positive energy with the U, and it just got me fired up. I was like, "Yo, let's go Hurricanes, man!" It's, dude, for everything it's worth. Just I love Miami. Like you ever been to Miami?
No,
Yeah,
I've been to
Miami's
Florida,
dope.
but
It's fucking sick.
it's nice. But
I just correlate that with Miami and the women there and just the lifestyle.
you might want to wrap this up.
Yeah. All right. What the fuck you want to say?
Huh?
What do you want to say?
You just say close it out, whatever you want to do. Shout out the sponsors one more time again, by the way.
Yeah.
Really though, like they Triangle does a good clean job, and I'm honestly still surprised you got those tires so cheap. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's great. I can't wait. I can't wait till Thanksgiving too. We might do one more episode before.
Yeah, we could be able to. Yeah,
Maybe.
we still have the rest of this week. Yeah, we could.
I want to do because I want my boy to come down from state. I want to do one with
Definitely.
with everybody because that'd be fun. We could do it at his frat too.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Oh,
really
that'd be
matter.
real cool.
Guys, thank you so much for all your support. I can't even begin to describe how much all you guys mean to me watching this and just spreading the love and the positive energy. It's absolutely beautiful. So with that, thank you guys so much. Thank you to my sponsors, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.